Hello, good morning. How are you? I wish you all are good. Today we are responsible for used to, would, be, get used to. This is on your student's book on page 19. Again, this is in your student's book on page 19. And our lesson is about when we use used to, would, be, or get used to. Now we want to know when we use them. The first one, we used to. Always used to followed by infinitive verb، يعني دائما بنلحقها verb 1 base form. So after used to it should be verb 1 base form. We used to plus infinitive verb for action that we did regularly in the past, but we don't do now, and for state of the exist in the past. That's me. We use used to when I'm talking about action you are regularly do it in the past، إشي أنت معتاد تعمله في الماضي ولكن هذا الحدث لم يعد موجود بالوقت الحاضر، أو أحداث استمرت لبعض الوقت موجودة في الماضي وحصلت عن طريق بشكل مفاجئ أو استمرت للحظات ولم تحصل بشكل مفاجئ ولم تستمر للحظات. إذن هي عبارة عن حدث صار في الماضي ولكنه لم يكن موجود، ما عاد موجود بالوقت الحاضر، وهي عبارة عن أحداث استمرت بوقت معين في الماضي ولكنها لم تحصل بشكل مفاجئ أو لشكل لحظي. So because of that we use used to when I'm talking about regular events in the past, but it doesn't still up to the now، يعني إشي صار أحداث صارت بالماضي ولكنها لم تكن موجودة في الوقت الحاضر. In a brief, we use used to say some things you are based on do it or regularly you are do it every time، إنه أنت كنت معتاد تساوي هذا الحدث، أنت كنت معتاد. Example: I used to prepare 3 meals a day when my children lived at home. يعني أنا كنت معتادة أعمل 3 meals 3 وجبات باليوم لما كانوا أطفالي موجودين عندي ساكنين عندي بالبيت. Here we use used to، استخدمنا هون used to because this is some things you are rely on، معتمد عليه، كنت معتاد عليه، regularly you do it، بشكل معتاد انت عمالك بتعمله. Another example: Mary didn't used to budget her money but she needs to now. يعني بحكي لك ماري ما كانت تعمل ميزانية للمصاري تبعتها but now she needs to، لكنها بحاجة لهذا الاشي. Remember used to with used to مش حكينا we should use verb 1. If I want to make it negative we should use simple past، بستخدم معها simple past didn't plus verb 1 use to، not used to، use to. So if I want to make it negative didn't use to. If I want to make it a question did subject use to and the verb budge, also the verb are base form. So the most important things about used to that events you are regularly do it in the past but now you don't do it now، انت ما بتعمله هلأ، إشي صار أحداث كنت معتاد عليها تسويها بالماضي regularly you are do it but now you didn't do it، هلأ انت ما بتعملها. Number 2 would. We use would also plus verb 1. Would plus verb 1 base form for only action that did regularly in the past but that we do not do now. The same use، نفس الاستخدام ل used to، أحداث كنت تسويها بالماضي ولكنها لم تعد موجودة في الوقت الحاضر. يعني كمان that mean events that regularly do it in the past but now you didn't do it but you didn't now، ما بتعملها في الوقت الحاضر. أحداث صارت تكررت بالماضي لكن أنت ما بتعملها بالوقت الحاضر. The most important thing about would: we don't use would with a state verb or state verb like feeling, like, hate, love, feel. We can't use would with them. and ما بتقدر تستخدم like و love و hate with would. we can't use feeling verbs. ما بتقدر تستخدم feeling verbs with would. like for always would followed by verb 1 base form. again for would always followed by verb 1 base form. دايما بلحقها verb 1 مع base form. Sarah would stay up to watch football match. for example, Sarah would stay up to watch the football match. هي رح تستنى عبال ما تحضر الفوتبول match. My sister would break down and cry whenever an adult shout at her. يعني بلشت أختي انهارت يوم من العياط يوم واحد كبير عماله بصرخ عليها. would break would بعدها أجا followed by verb 1. The most important things about would: we can use with would the keywords always, sometimes, never, usually. we use present keywords. بتستخدم معها من present keywords. Third thing, be or get used to. When we use be, used to, be. When I say be, not you can classify be like is, are, am. نقدر البي نحللها ل is, are, am. verb 1 بالverb 1 was, were بالverb 2. is, are, am plus used to plus verb gerund. يعني verb plus ing. الجرند هو verb plus ing. إذن ال be مع used to نحكي be يعني is, are, am. used to verb 1 ing. we use be or get used to كمان get. نقدر نستخدم بدل ما نحكي مثلا get is used to helping for example نحكي كمان is getting used to helping. هلا getting or get used to verb 1 ing. we use get or used to when you are talk about something that is usual or familiar. يعني انت هذا الاشي انت معتاد عليه، اعتدت بالقيام على هذا الاشي، انه انت معتاد على هذا القيام بالاشي وما زلت عمالك بتقوم فيه. The difference between be used to and get used to إنه be أنت معتاد الآن عليه. Now you are used to do it. أنت معتاد الآن عليه. You are familiar with it now. But getting used to إنه أنت عم تعتاد على هذا الإشي. لسه الوضع جديد مالك إنك تعتاد على هذا الشيء. عشان هيك بنحكي get used to. عم تعتاد على هذا الإشي. أما be أنت معتاد على هذا الشيء. Example: we are used to having our grandchildren in the house، يعني إحنا معتادين إنه يلتموا عنا الأحفاد في البيت. Also we use get to plus gerund to talk about the process of something being familiar. إنه أنت عم تعتاد على عملية هذا الشيء لساتك أنت عم تعتاد عليه. Tina is getting used to being at the university. She's quite likes it now. يعني هي عم تعتاد إنها تدخل على الجامعة. Be and get change depend on the tense they need. يعني أنت بتقدر تستخدم بتغيروا حسب التنس. Example: we are used to giving advice. We are parents. I never got used to saving money. لأن ولا عمري اعتدت إني أحوش money. So the most important things here that the difference between used to, would, be used to plus ing, get used to plus ing. used to إنه أنت كنت معتاد على هذا الإشي وكان events happened in the past و they are not done for the present. يعني لم تكن موجود كانت معتاد عليها بالماضي ولكنك أنت هلأ مو معدود عليها بالوقت الحاضر. would the same things أحداث صارت بالماضي وأنت مو معتاد عليها ولم تتكرر في الوقت الحاضر. البي إنه أنت معتاد على هذا الإشي الآن، اعتدت على القيام بهذا الشيء وما زلتك عمالك بتقوم فيه. أما الجت إنه الجت used to أنت عمالك عم تتعود على هذا الإشي، شيء عملية حصولك على شيء مألوف لهذا الإشي. How to use used to in English. We can use to talk about رح نعيد هون past habits or state. يعني عادات نستخدم used to بنحكي عن عادات بالماضي أو مواقف صارت بالماضي. Example: he used to live in London. هو كان معتاد يعيش بلندن but he doesn't now. يعني هو هلأ مش عايش بلندن. هذا this is example for state. يعني هذا الإشي الثابت. هلأ for the habits العادة. He used to go on holiday to Scotland every year. يعني هو كان معتاد إنه يروح على سكوتلاند كل سنة but he doesn't now. بس هلأ ما بعمل هذا الإشي. Used to is the same for our subject and you follow it with infinitive verbs. زي ما حكينا دائما used to بعديها بيجي verb 1 base form. I, you, have, she, they, we used to smoke. verb 1 base form. If I want to make it negative بنستخدم didn't used to plus verb 1. you remove the d نمحي d من used to يصير used to. I didn't use to smoke أو he didn't use to smoke. If I want to make it a questions in the auxiliary, did she use to smoke? Also we remove the d. So used to we use used to talk about past habits عادات بالماضي or states habits in the past مواقف كانت حصلت في الماضي كنت معتاد عليها بالماضي. He used to live in London. هو كان معتاد إنه يعيش بلندن but he doesn't now. بس هو هلأ مش بلندن. He used to go on Scotland every year but now he doesn't. So if I want to make it negative, subject didn't use to plus verb 1 without d. Questions did subject used to plus verb 1 without plus verb 1. Also, if I want to talk about habits in the past, also you should use would. نقدر نستخدم would مع ال plus verb مع ال to. Habits in the past plus would plus base form without to. Now being used to plus ing, doing, helping, anything, ing, verb plus ing. There is a big difference between used to do اللي هي used to plus used to plus verb 1 base form, or use as be يعني هم حكينا as be as are am as used to plus verb 1 ing. The big difference between used to do to talk about حكينا used to talk about habits and state in the past, but and is used to doing to talk about our familiarities with the place or activities. الإشي اللي أنت مألوف إلك، الإشي اللي أنت معتاد عليه بالمكان أو بالأكتيفيتي بالحدث اللي أنت معتاد عليه وما زلتك عمالك بتقوم بهذا الحدث. الفورم تبعها كيف بيكون؟ حكينا subject الverb to be زي ما حكينا هم as are am used to plus verb 1 ing. I am or I was used to studying English every day. يعني أنا معتاد إني أدرس English كل يوم. It differs تفرق عن I am used to his joke. أنا اعتدت إني أحكي لهم، كنت معتاد إني أحكي لهم jokes نكت. Big difference. You are used to studying English every day. The same used to studying. وهي as حكينا عشان he is used to studying English every day. So I am used to studying. نقدر نحكي you are used to studying. He is used to studying English. هدول عشان نستخدم the uses of be هاي بال 3 ways as are و am. You can change the verb to be with the verb to get. هلا نقدر نستخدم حكينا be بدالها get، بس حكينا إنه الفرق بين be إنه أنت اعتدت على القيام بشيء وما زلت تقوم فيه. get إنه أنت لسه عمالك تتعود عليه. To talk about the process of being used to something يعني أنت عملية حدوث عملية حصول الإشي يعني أنت اللي بتعتاد عليه. rather than the state of being something يعني غير إنه أنت state إنه أنت كنت معتاد عليه. If you live in England you will get used to driving on the left. إذا أنت اللي بتعيش بإنجلند راح تقدر لازم أنت تعتاد إنك تستخدم تسوق على جهة اليسار. It will no longer be a problem for you. مش راح تكون مشكلة كبيرة بالنسبة لك. He finally got used to the winter weather. هو بالنهاية راح يعتاد على الطقس الوينتر هناك. Don't make mistakes of combining both forms to make ungrammatically sentences like I am used to study. Remember either I used to study past habits. حكينا هدول بنحكي مع ال used to past habits إشي صار بالماضي. بس إحنا حكينا we can use بنقدر نستخدم according to the context حسب الجملة. So the most important things here be مع used to plus verb 1 ing حكينا you are familiar with these things معتاد عليه. أما get used to مع plus verb 1 ing إنه أنت عم تعتاد عليه. used to be get used to هاي used to مع الانفينيتيف نحكي used to be أو used to do حسب الverb repeated action in the past يعني إشي حدث معتاد تعيده بالماضي. When I was teenager I used to go dancing every week. كنت معتاد أروح أرقص كل أسبوع. As a child I used to dream about becoming a football player. كنت معتاد إني أحلم إني أصير football player. past هذا repeated action. past state which are no longer true يعني أشياء كانت بالماضي لكنها راحت مع الزمن الماضي، مش لحد الآن موجودة. He used to be a blonde as a child، يعني هو صغير كان أشقر. I used to love chocolate، كنت معتاد آكل شوكولاتة، أحب الشوكولاتة. Be used to of doing something or be used to of something. Be accustomed when something is not strange or difficult anymore، يعني ما أنت تكون accustomed يعني إنه أنت معتاد عليه، وإنه هذا الإشي مش غريب عليك، إنه أنت يعني متعود عليه. I'm still not used to driving on the left. I'm not still used to driving on the left. At first it was hard to get up at 6 o'clock but now I'm used to. بالأول كنت معتاد إنه من الصعب إني إنه أصحى بدري، بس هلأ أنا اعتدت على هذا الموضوع. I am used to verb be. You get used to get used to doing something or to get something used to. Be accustomed some things or doing something، يعني إنه أنت معتاد على، عم تتعود على هذا الإشي، عم تصبح تتعود على الشيء. I've just started my new job and I'm still getting used to work night shift. أنا هلا بلشت بشغل جديد ولساتني عم بتعود إني أشتغل بالشفت المسائي. It might be difficult at first but you will get used to driving on the left. أنت راح تلاقي الصعوبة بالأول بس لازم تتعود بالسوق بجهة الشمال. Used to is only for past, not used to. Used to usually is used to for present happened. We usually eat out on Saturday. ما بنقدر نحكي we used to eat out on Saturday. Just on the past. Used to, he used to play football. زي ما حكينا he didn't used to play. Did he used to play? Now this is exercise number 5 on your pupil's book. Complete the sentence with the correct form. Use to, be used to, get used to, and the word from the words in the brackets. In which sentence could you also use would? A. He cooked his own meal. He lived by himself for 10 years. هلا كونه he lived by himself 10 years يعني هو رح يكون معتاد. So بنحكي he is used to cooking. He is used to cooking. معتاد إنه يطبخ لحاله لأنه عايش لحاله من 10 سنين. So number 1 is used to عشان هو معتاد على هذا الشيء. Familiar. He is familiar with these things. Number 2 he used to cook but now his new wife makes the meal. هو كان يطبخ، كان معتاد إنه يطبخ بس but now his wife مرته اللي بتطبخ. عشان because of that we used to. No events in the past but not now. Every night he used to cook his own meal. كان هو متعود يطبخ أكله كل يوم بالليل. Every night لأنه regular. The last one, he is getting used to cooking his own meals. He's quite enjoy it now. يعني هو عم يتعود يطبخ على أكله، هو عماله بحس إيش بالاستمتاع بهذا الإشي. Because of that we use getting used to. This is question 6. Circle the correct words. Number 1. Now that you have your own flat, you will slowly get used to doing things for yourself. هلا أنت you have new flat عندهم بيت جديد. You will slowly get used إنه أنت راح تعتاد إنه أنت كنت معتاد إنه كل إشي تعمله for yourself تعمله لإلك راح تعمله لإلك. Number 2. Did your parents used to pack you up when you are got in the troubles؟ يعني أنت كنت معتاد إنه أهلك يطلعوك من أي مشكلة ما كنت فيها في السكول. Number 3. The twins are getting used to pay their own bills. يعني هم عمالهم عم يتعودوا يدفعوا البيلز تبعونهم. Number 4. Your flatmate didn't used to bottle up her feeling, did she? يعني هي ما كانت معتادة على إنه تعبر عن مشاعرها. Number 5. When she had been paid, Pat would put half of her wages in her bank account each week. أشياء happened in the past but didn't get it in the now. يعني لما كنا ندفع كانت هي تحط في البنك الأكاونت for account her bank. Number 6. Tom isn't used to being around elderly people. Isn't used to being إنه معتاد الآن يروح يضلوا حوالين كبار السن. 7. That woman over there used to be my best friend. كنت معتاد إنها تكون هي best friend تبعي. Number 8. My son's changed. He used to be irrational but now he isn't. ابني تغير كان كنت متعود إنه بيكون غير عقلاني بس هلأ هو تغير. So number 1 get used. 2 did your parents used. 3 are getting used to. 4 didn't used to bottle up. 5 would. 6 isn't used to. 7 used to. 8 used to. Question 7. Complete the sentence with 2 or 5 words so they have the same meaning at the first sentence. Use the correct form of used to or be or get used to. Bob and George have no problems sharing flats. They have been friends for ages. يعني هم ما عندهم مشكلة يعملوا sharing flat تشاركوا بالشقة لأنهم friends من سنين من عمر. Bob and George are used to sharing a flat. يعني هم معتادين الآن يعملوا sharing the flat. عشان هيك because of that we use are used to متعودين لأنه. Did they ever have a house near the university? أنت كانت عندك بيت قريب من الجامعة. Did they هلا أنت بسألك إنه أنت كنت متعود يكون عندك بيت في القريب من الجامعة. Did they ever use to have a house? Did عشان هيك حكي because of that we should use used to plus verb 1. Did they used to have? Mary's just bought a car and she still finds driving work a bit strange. Mary hasn't got used to driving to work yet. يعني هي لسه مش معتادة تروح على الشغل سواء. Number 4. Mom and Dad always took us on a holiday when we are young. كانوا متعودين ياخدوهم holiday. Because of that we should use used to. When we were young, Mom and Dad used to take. Number 5. Polly's mother is usually at home, so Polly cries when she leaves the house. يعني Polly's mother متعودة بولي إنه أمها تكون بالبيت، بس لما تطلع من البيت بتصير تعيط. Because of that بنحكي Polly isn't used to her mother leaving the house. مش متعودة إنه أمها تطلع البيت. So she's cry when she does. Number 6. I never budged my money before, but I do now. أنا ما عمري عملت ميزانية لإلي، بس هلأ بعمل. I didn't use to budge my money. I didn't use ما كنت متعودة أعمل ميزانية. I didn't use to budge my money. Now move to your workbook on page 12. Exercise number 3. Rewrite the sentence. Use the words in the brackets. Here we want to rewrite the sentence using the words. I didn't know how to cook before I went to the university, but now I do. But I do now. We want here to use. I didn't use to know how to cook before I went to university, but I do now. I didn't know. I didn't use to know. هم حكي لك شو تستخدم. Number 2. She spent her dreaming about the future. Would. She would spend. Would بعدها verb 1. Her dreaming about the future. Because of that, events happened in the past, but it doesn't to the now. Number 3. The students become familiar with the routine of the university. عم يعتادوا على الروتين تبع اليونيفرسيتي. The students got used to be to routine of the university. The students got to use the routines of the university. Number 4. Did your classmate envy your good marks? زميلك بالصف بيحسدك على علاماتك. Questions we want to use. Did your classmate used to envy your good marks? Number 5. Janet has a problem cleaning flat herself. She's been doing it for years. Used to معتاد إنه هي تنظف بيتها. Janet is used to cleaning the flat her house. She's been doing for years. Is used to هي معتادة تعمل هذا الإشي. Now questions number 4. Read the questions, complete the gaps in one word. Where did you used to live before you came here? Here we used it because it's a question. So after that, here we have use to وinfinitive. Use to plus verb 1 عشان هيك استخدمنا did. Number 2. She has never got used to living away from home. ing شو بده يكون مع وعندي got يكون used to. Dad would always calm my sister down when she was in panic. حكينا دائما مع الكيوردز بيكون عندنا some present keywords بنستخدم would. Number 4. Andrew is used to helping people. He is a doctor. يعني هو معتاد يساعد الناس لأنه doctor. Number 5. I didn't used to like Tony, but I do now. أنا ما كنت متعود إني أحب توني بس هلأ now okay. 6. It's the tough job. Are you used to working long hours? يعني أنتوا كنتوا معتادين تشتغلوا وقت طويل. used to. Here we are done from our lesson today. Before I done, I want just remind you of used to, past events, regularly past events, but you didn't do it now. الشي كنت معتاد عليه بالماضي بس هلا ما بصير هلا. Would events regularly happens in the past but now it doesn't. B, some things that are familiar with. be used to plus ing you are familiar إنه أنت معتاد عليه من now. gets used to, you are processing to get the familiarity of it, يعني أنت عمالك عم تتعود عليه. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.